Hi, Booktube. It's Gina, and I am here today to talk about Victober, an October event that is all about Victorian literature. I'm excited because this is going to be my first Victober with my own channel, so I'll be able to talk about books and what I'm reading and share that with you, which is super fun. This event is hosted by 3 people who I will link all of their announcement videos down below. It's Kate Howe, it is Lucy the Reader, and it is Katie at Books and Things, who I'm sure you already know all 3 of these wonderful booktubers. So I will link their announcement videos below that give the descriptions in more detail of each of the challenges. For today, I will share the challenge and what I plan to read for each challenge. Now, if you know me, you also know that I am not very good at sticking to a TBR. I think I have a little fear of commitment. So this is my plan. We'll see how it goes. I will tell you there's a couple things that I am going to prioritize and a few things that I will sort of put to the bottom of the list and see what I can get to. I'm gonna try to get to all of these because I don't think this list is too overly ambitious, but we will see how that goes. So the first challenge is Kate's challenge, and it is to read a Victorian sensation novel. And for this, I am going to read Charles Dickens' Bleak House. I've started this a couple times, not gotten very far, so I think Victober is going to be a great opportunity to really just focus on this, dig in. I've also got some friends that I'm going to be reading this with, so that will help to keep me committed and on track because I'll have some other people that I'm going to be reading along with. This is not, it's 850 pages, so it's long, but it's not terribly long. This one, I just bought this used copy at the used bookstore, and I also own this one on my Kindle, so I'll probably end up reading this on my Kindle, but I do have the paper copy also. Katie's challenge is to read a Victorian book set in the countryside and or the city. And for this, I'm going to go with, I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is my old copy of Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. And so I'm going to read this for Katie's challenge. That's my plan right now. This has been one of those books that's been on my want to read list for a long time, and I've never gotten to it. It is 369 pages, so it's not terribly long. So I don't think I should have any problem getting to this one, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to do Bleak House. This is sort of the next one down that I plan to get to. But you're gonna laugh at me too, because I also bought this on my Kindle because I love to read on my Kindle. And then I couldn't resist. I also bought a Penguin, one of the Penguin Classics editions of this. So that is on order. I should have it by next week. So I've got like 3 copies of this book now that I have not read yet, but hopefully we'll read next month. Challenge 3 is Lucy's challenge. Read a Victorian book with a female main character. And for this one, I am going to read The Romance of a Shop by Anne Levy. I have had this on my Kindle for a long time. This is one that Katie, I think Katie has recommended this one on a couple of occasions. So I'm gonna read The Romance of a Shop by Annie Levy on my Kindle. Again, that one's, it's not super duper long, so I don't think I should have a problem getting to that one, but that's sort of down below. These are my 1, my 2, and that one's gonna be number 3 in the priority list. Number 4 is the group challenge. Read a popular Victorian book you haven't read yet. And how you define popular is up to you. It could be popular now, popular on Booktube, or popular in the Victorian period itself. And for that one, I'm going to go with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. Look at this copy. Isn't this this is an old Scholastic Library edition. Isn't that cute? I love this. And this is super short, so I can't imagine I would have any trouble getting to this one. But this will probably be number 4 on my list, but it's short, so I think I should be able to get to this one. I don't think I'm being too overly optimistic. I feel like this is a very doable TBR. I'm just not very good at following my TBR, so we'll see how this one goes. The group read is Gothic Tales, which is a story collection by Elizabeth Gaskell. I don't own that one, but I just bought it on my Kindle, and I just bought the Penguin Classic edition of that also, so that's another one that will be coming in the mail. I can't stop. And then the bonus challenge is to read aloud a section of Victorian work or have it read aloud to you, either by a friend or on audiobook. I don't have a plan for this one. I thought it might be kind of fun to just read for 5 minutes and do a video on one of these books, but I'll have to kind of play that one by ear and see how that goes. You know how these months go. They come. I have all of these ambitious plans, and then the plans just kind of go by the wayside. So here's the books that I own right now that I'm going to try to read. That I'm going to read. I think these 3 are pretty realistic that I will be able to read these 3 for Victober. We'll see how that goes. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.